Hello students, as in the previous lecture we have already discussed about the T0 and T1 spaces and some results based on it. Now in this lecture we will discuss some remaining results of T1 and further we will define T2 spaces also. So our first result is based on T1 space, that is a topological space X is T1 if and only if each singleton subset of X is closed in X. So for the proof, let X to be a topological space which is T1, then we will prove that each singleton subset of X is closed in X. So for it, we take an arbitrary element of X and singleton of X is subset of X. Then we need to prove that singleton X is closed in X. So it is sufficient to prove that closure of singleton X is equal to singleton X. Now for the proof of it, let Y is an arbitrary element of closure of singleton X such that Y does not belongs to singleton X, which implies that Y not equal to X. So these two are the elements of X here and X is T1 space here. It is given. Then from the definition of the T1, there exist two open sets U and V such that X belongs to U and Y does not belongs to U, and Y belongs to U but X does not belongs to V. Now we have taken Y point from the closure of the singleton X, which implies that Y is a limit point of singleton X. So from the definition of limit point, we have one open set V here which is containing Y element. So we can write V intersection with singleton X, and if we exclude Y from it, it is still non-empty. So which further implies V intersection with singleton X. Here X is not in V, so we can write empty here minus singleton Y, which is non-empty. So now we have an empty set here and we are subtracting singleton set from this empty set, so it will be still empty here. So from here we can write empty set is not equal to empty set, but it is not true. So our supposition is wrong, that we have taken Y does not belongs to singleton X. So from here we can say that Y belongs to singleton X. So now Y is an arbitrary element of closure of singleton X. Now it is in singleton X here. So we can say that closure of singleton X is containing singleton. And also any set is containing its closure. So from both these conditions we can write singleton X is equal to closure of singleton X, which means it is closed. So now for the converse part. So for this we have to prove X is a T1 space if each singleton subset of X is closed in X. So to prove X is a T1 space, we have to take two elements from X which are distinct. Then we have to find two open sets such that one is containing one point, other is containing other point. As we know that singleton X is closed in X. So it means singleton set X is equal to its closure. Now we take Y, which does not belongs to singleton X, as X is not equal to Y here. So from here we can write it is equal to its closure. So from here we can say it is in X minus singleton X, or we can say that singleton X complement. So which is equal to X minus closure of singleton X. So we can call it U set, which is containing Y point, but X does not belongs to U, because if we take X here, so X belongs to X, but it is not in the complement of X or X closure. So similarly we can find another set V also, as X does not belongs to singleton Y, which is closure of singleton Y only, because singleton Y is also closed in X. So which implies X belongs to X minus singleton Y here, and which is equal to X minus singleton Y closed, and we can call it V. So now V is containing X element here, but Y does not belongs to V. So now we got two open sets here. U and V, such that Y belongs to U, X does not belongs to U, and X belongs to V, but Y does not belong. So this is a condition for the even space, as X and Y are arbitrary points, so X is even space. Now in the next result we have a topological space X2 is T1 if and only if any finite subset of X is closed. So for the proof, let X2 be a topological space which is T1. Then we will prove that any finite subset of X is closed. So let A be any finite subset of X which can be represented as, it contains finite number of the elements, all x1, x2 up to xn, as X is T1, so from the previous result, if we take any arbitrary element of X and take singleton subset of X, then it is closed. And A can be written as union of all xi's. Now if we take closure on both sides, then it will be which can be written as a union of I equal to 1 to n closure of xi's. So as all singleton xi's are closed, so which is equal to singleton xi's, and which is equal to A, and this implies that A closure is equal to A. So this implies that A is closed. Now for the converse part, it is for any finite subset of X is closed, then X is T1 space. So let us take any finite subset of X is closed. So take any finite subset, that is singleton X. We take any element of X which is a subset of X is closed in X. From the previous result, if singleton set X is closed, as X is arbitrary number of X here, so which implies that X is even space. Now our next result is every finite even space is a discrete topological space. So for the proof, let X2 be a topological space which is T1 and X is finite. Then we need to prove that X is a discrete topological space. For this we need to prove that any subset of X is closed as well as open. So let A is an arbitrary subset of X. So if A is empty, then it is closed as well as open. But if it is non-empty, then A contains some elements. Some elements of X. And it is given that X is finite. So as X is finite, then A is also finite. Now from the previous result, if X is T1 space, then every finite subset of X is closed. So as X is T1, then from the previous result, A is closed. And if we take its complement, then it will be open also. Now it is an arbitrary subset of X, so it is true for all the subsets of X. Thus we can say that X is a discrete topological space. Now we discuss one another result based on T1 space, and that is let X be a T1 space and A is a subset of X, and if a point of X is a limit point of A, then any open set containing that point contains infinitely many points of A. So for the proof, let X2 be a topological space which is T1 space, and let us take A is a subset of X and X is a arbitrary point of X, and this is a limit point. Of this set E. So we will prove this result by contradiction method. So if possible, let any open set containing the point X contains finitely points of A. So on the contrary, we are taking finitely points here. So for this we define a open set. Let U be an open set such that it is containing X element. that contains finitely points. Of A. So from the definition of limit point, we have, because U is an open set which is containing X element, so its intersection with A, and if we accept X from it, then it is still non-empty. So if I take this is a non-empty set, then we can give name to this set as a B. So if we claim that this U is an open set which is containing finitely many points of A, so from here we can say that U intersection A is finite set, which implies B is also finite set. Or it is also given that X is a T1 space. So from the previous result, that if X is T1 space and if subset of X is finite set, then that subset is closed. So we have B is a closed set. So if it is closed set, then its complement is open. So from here we can say that X is not in B. So as X is not in B, which implies X is in B complement. So B complement is an open set which is containing X element. So which implies U intersection with B complement is an open set which is containing X element, because both are open set, U and B complement, and both are containing X element. So its intersection is also open which is containing X element. So from here we can write U intersection with B complement, its intersection with A, if we exclude X from it, it is empty, because if we take U intersection with B complement, its intersection with A except X element, then it is equal to, we can write U intersection with A and its intersection with B complement. So it is B here and its intersection with B complement is empty. So from here we can say that we have a one open set U intersection with complement which is containing X element such that U intersection with B complement and its intersection with A, if we exclude X from it, it is empty. So which implies X is not a limit point of A. But it is not true, because initially we have taken X is a limit point of A. So from here it is a contradiction. So it is contradiction to this statement that every open set containing X contains finitely many points of A. So it is not true. Every open set containing X will contain infinitely many points of A only. Now in this result we have in T1 space no finite subset has a limit point. So for the proof, let X2 is a T1 space and take any subset of X which is finite. Then we will prove that A has no limit point. So So if possible, let us suppose that A has a limit point, call it x. So x belongs to A dash here. Then from the previous result, if x is the limit point of A, then each open set U containing x element contains infinitely many points of A. But it is not true because A is finite, so which is a contradiction. So our supposition is wrong. X is not a limit point of A. So here we can say that no finite subset of X has a limit point. Now further we discuss T2 space. A topological space X is T2 space, or it is called Hausdorff space, if for any two distinct points of X, that is X and Y, there exist two disjoint open sets called U and V, such that one set is containing X and other is containing Y. So graphically we mean, if X is a topological space, then take two disjoint points here, X and Y, then there is open set, call it U, and then another open set V. These are also disjoint, so U intersection with V is also empty. Then this X is a T2 space. Now further we have some examples on the T2 spaces. In the first example we have a discrete topological space with more than one element is a T2 space. As we have already seen that this space is T0 and T1 spaces also. So now in the first, our tau is a discrete topology here. And if we take two distinct elements from X, then there exist two open sets, that is singleton X and singleton Y, as these are open in the discrete topological space, such that X belongs to singleton X and Y belongs to singleton Y, and these open sets are disjoint also. Thus we can say that this discrete topological space is a T2 space. And the second example, any indiscrete topological space is not a T2 space, as we have already seen that it is not T0 and T1 spaces also. So in the indiscrete topology we take only phi and x, but there does not exist two open sets U and V, such that X belongs to U and Y belongs to V, and they are disjoint also. So it is not a T2 space. And the third example, any cofinite topological space with X and infinite set is not a T2 space. And we have already seen that it is a T0 and T1 space, and co-countable topology also is T0 and T1 space. But these cofinite topology with infinite set and co-countable topology with uncountable set is not a T2 space here. So we can prove it. Now if there exist two open sets U and V such that they are disjoint. If they are disjoint, then it implies that U containing the V complement. As U and V are both are open, so we can say that U complement and V complement are finite set, because topology is a cofinite topology here. So if U and V are open sets, then both are finite. Now as U is contained in the V complement, which is finite, so this implies that U is also finite. But here we have U complement and U both are finite, so X can be written as a U and U complement. So U is finite and U complement both are finite, so X is also finite here. But it is given that X is an infinite set, so this is the contradiction, that there does not exist any two sets which satisfy this condition, and they are disjoint also. So if a cofinite topology with infinite set is not a T2 space, but if we take finite set here, then it will convert into the discrete topological space, then it is a T2 space. And similarly, a co-countable topological space with uncountable is not a T2 space, but if we take countable set here, then it will reduce to the discrete topological space, then it will be T2 space. So in that case, we will get T2 spaces. So further we have one result, that is every T2 space is T1 space and hence T0 space. So for the proof, let X is T2 space, then we will prove that it is T1 space and T0 space also. Now for this, let X and Y two elements of X which are distinct. So if X is T2, then there exist two open sets, U and V, such that U is containing X and V is containing Y, and they are disjoint also. Now if they are disjoint, then U is containing X but not Y, and V is containing Y but not X. So which implies that X is T1 space. And we have already proved that every T1 space is T0 space also. So X is T0 space also. But the converse of this result is not true in general. That is, a T1 space is not necessarily to be T2 space. So we can take one example to prove this. As we have already seen that there is a space which is T1 but not T2. So that is cofinite topological space. With X is an infinite set. Is T1 space but not T2 space. So this space is also T0 space but not T2 space. So we can say that a T0 space is not necessarily to be T2 space. Similarly, there is another example, that is co-countable topological space with X as a uncountable set is T1 space but not a T2 space. So there are other examples also. Now further we have one result, that is based on T2 space, that every metric space is a T2 space. So for the proof, let Xt be a metric space And tau is a topology which is generated by D metric, and it is called induced topology on the same set X. Now, to prove that X is a T2 space, we take two distinct points of X. If these are distinct, then distance between these 2 points is non-zero. Then take this distance as r, which is positive. Now take two open sets B1, we take open ball here, with center at x and radius r by 3, which is containing x point, so x belongs to B1, and there is another ball which is containing y with y as center and radius r by 3. And these two balls are disjoint also. So we can say that there are two open sets. One is containing x and other is containing y, and they are disjoint also. So we can say that X with the induced topology is a T2 space. Now there is a one remark that usual topological space on the set of real number is a T2 space. So for the distinct points, if we take two open intervals x r by 3 and other open interval is y r by 3. So these are open sets in the usual topological space, and this open set is containing x and this open set is containing y, and these two open sets are disjoint also. So it is a T2 space. Now in this result we have, if x is a T2 space, then for every element of x, the singleton set x is closed, but converse need not be true. Now for the proof, let x be a T2 space. And if we take two distinct points of x, then from the definition of T2, there exist two open sets U and V, such that they are disjoint and x belongs to U and y belongs to V. Now we can say that U is an open set which is containing x but not y. So here U is an open set which is containing x. So we can write U intersection with y singleton is empty, which implies that y is not a limit point of set x. Now also we have U is a set which is containing x point. Its intersection with singleton set x is x, and if we exclude x from it, it will be empty. So which further implies that x also not a limit point of singleton x, as x and y both are arbitrary points of x. So which implies that there is no point in singleton set X dash, which implies that it is empty. Now if the limit point of this singleton set as X is 5, then we can write here closure of this singleton set X is given by singleton X union with its limit point, which is equal to singleton X union with 5. So it is equal to singleton X here. So here we have X is closed. But the converse of this theorem is not true. Now if we take any singleton set which is closed, then X need not be T2 space. So we can take one example to prove it. So let us take X is a set of natural number, which is an infinite set here, and tau C is a cofinite topology. So it is not T2 space. Now if we take any singleton set X here as X belongs to X, which is a subset of X. Now if we take its complement, which is also a subset of X. Now we take complement of the complement of singleton set X, which is singleton set X here. So this is finite set. Thus we can say that this singleton set complement is an open set. In this space, if it is open, then singleton set X is closed. As X is arbitrary element of it, so if X is element of X, then singleton set X is closed set. But X is not a T2 space here. So converse is not true here. So that's it. Thank you.